All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're deconstructing a really rare track from an artist who, is famous for keeping his cards close to his chest. This isn't just another song. This is a confession, put on tape for everyone to hear, and we're going to break down what he's really trying to tell us.
So the track kicks off with this line right here. It's basically him looking us in the eye and saying, hey, pay attention. The rules are out the window for this one. For years, he's built up this persona of mystery, but with this one line, he's wiping the whole slate clean. And that immediately makes you wonder, right? What is so different about this one? Well, that's the big question we're going to dig into. We're going to follow his whole train of thought as he unpacks his grief, his view of the world, and how he finds his way to a whole new way of thinking.
Which brings us to our first section, breaking the rules. And let's be clear, this isn't some accident. It is a very deliberate choice to completely abandon the formula that's defined his whole career. You can see it right here in his own words, the before and after. The old way? Keep things mysterious. Never let your feelings get on the track. But now, he says he's getting older, he's taking a page from the kids, and he's making the conscious choice to put my feelings on it. It's a massive pivot toward just raw, unfiltered vulnerability. So why the big change all of a sudden? Well, Section 2 gets right to the heart of it. It's all about grief and living in a world of villains. He's breaking his own rules because he is carrying this enormous emotional weight. And, the world around him is just making it heavier. And the source of that weight is laid out plain and simple. His mother died last year. But the key detail, the thing you really need to hear, is what he says about today. Still trying to shift gears. That tells you this isn't some memory he's looking back on. No, this is a live, active struggle he is dealing with every single day. And man, the depth of that struggle, it's all captured in this one absolutely devastating line. It's this statement of just profound, endless sorrow. He's not just saying he's sad, he's saying he sees this grief as a permanent part of him now, something that is going to be with him until the very, very end. And all that pain he's feeling inside is just amplified by what he sees on the outside. He looks around, and the whole world seems broken to him. It's a world that didn't deserve his mother, a place where the bad guys, the villains, seem to be winning, and where the pain just feels constant, like an hourly reminder. It's a pretty bleak picture. So all this pain and this bleak worldview, it starts to create this deep internal conflict, which leads us to Section 3, the provider and the threat. In the middle of all this, he's basically at war with two totally different sides of himself.
So first, you see the protector. This is the dad gang side of him, right? He's the provider, the nurturer, the one who takes care of his family and his people. He's that stable, reliable rock.
But then, almost in the next breath, the whole tone just flips. He reminds everyone about that other side, the street-hardened persona, a guy who isn't just capable of violence, but is in some ways defined by it. The contrast is sharp, and it's totally intentional.
And this table here just lays that contradiction out perfectly. On the left side, you've got the protector. Dad is showing up, proud of you, son. It's all warmth, all support. But on the right, you've got the danger. Get your body bruised. I see clear through you, punk. He's both of these people at once, and that tension is what drives the whole song.
Okay, so after wrestling with all this darkness, this internal battle, the song takes a really significant turn. And that brings us to Section 4, a destiny of legacy. He starts to look past the pain of the present and toward his ultimate purpose. So, faced with all this grief in this broken world, he starts searching for a higher meaning, a bigger purpose. And he finds it in this idea of legacy. Not just what he does while he's here, but what's going to last after he's gone. He starts to see it as his destiny, the thing that was already written for him. This line right here, this is the pivot. He accepts his own mortality, sure, but then he reframes the whole thing, keeping it 100. I ain't even got to be here. He's realizing that, yeah, his time on Earth is limited, but his impact, his legacy, that can be permanent. And with this line, the whole epiphany just clicks into place. He says it so plainly. My destiny was legacy. And that next part, and soon there'll be a me, that's the final piece of the puzzle, suggesting something will live on, whether that's his child, or his art, or his influence. So, where does this big realization lead him? It leads to the song's ultimate conclusion and our final section, the choice to be happy. This is the answer he lands on, a brand new code to live by. He comes up with this new personal code, a clear path forward. And it starts with a simple realization. Happiness is the key. From there, you have to understand that it's not some random thing that happens to you. It is a choice you have to actively make. Then you have to accept it as a duty, a responsibility to yourself. And finally, you have to act on it. Do the things that are genuinely good for you. It's this incredible philosophy born straight out of all that pain. And just as he lands on this powerful message of hope and strength, he cuts it off with this. He calls out our tendency to just consume art mindlessly, and then he denies us the chance to just hit repeat. It's an abrupt, challenging ending. He's not just sharing his story, he's demanding that we actually sit with it, respect it, and think about it. Play it again? Never. The experience was the point, and the silence he leaves you with, well, that's part of the message too.